not like the hood action is so different against the Skywrath and the Tiny. Like having that reduction to the burst, really nice. And the hood gives more magic resistance. But with your reactive armor giving you so much health regen,
Rock'em sock'em.
Does come in sometimes. Sometimes. Okay, game number 1, Winstrike versus Team Empire. I think it's a nice even draft. I would put my money on Winstrike just because I like their draft, and the silences they have are going to be really, really strong versus the both the Timbersaw and the Morphling. But I'm excited to see what Empire can throw down. I think it's going to be a nice, close, backward and forward game, in my opinion, which will probably actually favor Team Empire Hope. So no, I'm changing. I'm bailing on my original prediction. Team Empire Hope got this one.
I like the Winstrike draft as well, but this Timber could just go mad, and he could just win the game by himself.
30 seconds.
I feel like a lot of this is going to come down to the mid lane to where the Iceberg, especially within the first few levels before Timber starts to really output a lot of damage. So when Timber gets level 6, the matchup gets really hard, but Iceberg does have good base damage to work with. Control as much CS as you can.
The bear going for the sneaky rune. And the Rubik will be here though. Sayu will probably level the lift just to make sure he secures that rune for his team. And the bear actually, yeah, Silent realizes and says, okay, all right, you can take that rune. Although he's still going to fight for it. And
Bear walked past. Never mind.
Visit from Lone Druid's mistress, Miss Micro. It'd do. So these lane matchups looking pretty good, I would say, for Team Empire. They've got the Timbersaw at mid versus the Kunkka. That is a fairly Timbersaw favored lineup. In fact, Kunkka might really struggle in this lane if he can't get his footing in. Might need a rotation, but even then, rotating on a Timbersaw is pretty not good. This is hero doesn't care about other heroes coming to his lane. He's like, oh hi.
I don't care about them.
Yeah, he's a lone mech man. I don't know what Timbersaw is. I have no idea. I don't even know that guy's lore. Black Archangel fighting up with Yamich, but even an Undying can't really fight off versus level 1 Skarath Mage with this double Mantle of Intelligence build.
Yeah, we've seen this build more where they get just the one Mango as the only mana region, and they just go for the double Mantle in the circle instead, kind of like a mid hero would.
Yeah, I think that's because they tend to just kind of trade up and ditch all their mana and then go suicide under tower.
Yeah.
And that's what I've seen. And then you can buy more mana regen later if you want to, or just keep jumping under tower. It does seem to be Dream taking control of this lane early on here. I mean, well, Tiny does have the better CS advantage.
Yeah, this Skyrath and Undying are basically just making this lane a 1v1 with Tiny and the Morph. Like 2 separate battles going.
Yeah.
Tiny should get out there. But if Morph can gain any kind of lead, starts just sitting up high agi, gonna have really good damage to work.
Oh, meanwhile, up at top, they're chasing away MYS Moon, but of course, on this Tidehunter, very tricky target to bring down. Even laying all their damage into him, they won't be able to kill him with this lane. They don't really have any burst. Meanwhile, that is going to be an Undying feeding on tower.
Saw that one coming.
Yep. I mean, yeah, if you wanted to watch that, then you can flame me, but hopefully you didn't.
Tiny CS. 9 last 8 denies already. Not having a good. The problem, when you play these group carries, you really need the Undying to secure your lane point. For this Skyrath, the Undying in the sky just cancels her out. It makes it so difficult about that protector.
Yeah, when 2 unstoppable laning forces collide, they just get locked in a dance of death, which takes up the entire lane, and you don't really get a support in your lane anymore, Dream. I'm sorry. You're alone. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, which we haven't really looked at so much, but it is actually the Kunkka off to an early lead as Timbersaw. Going to need to get these levels up in Whirling Death. He has now got 2 levels, but actually low on mana for the time being, so kind of rough for him at the moment.
Getting a decent amount of damage. Without the Whirling Death, this lane isn't quite as easy.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with this Tidebringer as well, coming in very, very useful, not just for the last hit, but also for the denies as well. I never understood why that spell keeps its damage for denies. It doesn't really make any sense, does it?
No, I don't get it either. Top lane's interesting as well. Like, they can't really do anything to this Titan stuff. They always want to fight, trying to like... Yeah. What lane as well? There's a bit of a fight going on.
Yep, toss out onto Dream. Dream taking a lot of damage, but they're jumping forwards for Non-Grata here. If they can find the kill, they can. The K comes through, and down goes the Tiny. But Yamish just fights off versus Dream, and will actually bring down the Morphling. Both carries dead. This lane belongs to supports now. To be fair, it always did.
I mean, again,
Always want to fly, dropping low at top as well. Does just about survive the onslaught from West Moon and Sayu as well. And Silent just continuing to farm his way up, although these anchor smashes starting to be very, very annoying, especially when he gets him on both the hero and the bear. His damage feels very lackluster.
yeah, that's the thing. Oh, you see the TP from Rubik? He's scouting.
Oh, where do you TP to now? Oh, he's actually always on a fly. He's like, nope, get away. Foiled. Yeah, that was a really good heads-up play. Sayu, I mean, he's always been the standout player on Empire Hope for me anyway. He is actually. Come on, Rubik. Come on. No, he's not going. There you go. Roshan killed always want to fly.
When Silent gets level 5 though on this druid, then he's going to get a little damage. But when the root chances come out, this lane gets a little bit more hard to fight. Suddenly there is some kind of kill potential.
Yep. He might be tanky, but being held in place and just beaten up by the lone druid is never pleasant. And they're sending the bear in for this rune, but the roar does actually come off the mark, which means that they will not get that kill. Oh, the avalanche connects, but not Grata. The toss comes out way too late. It's way after the avalanche, therefore it just doesn't do the triple damage anymore. I just wanted to talk about as well, I just noticed something with that fight there. Check out the bear's damage when he gets Fade Bolt and Anchor Smash on him. He hits for 0.
Oh, good.
So, your bear literally hits for nothing.
One thing that I am really surprised about this mid lane, Iceberg is owning.
Damn, son, he's destroying Kodos. This is not what we expected.
Yeah,
32 and 12 to 19 and 9.
I expected Iceberg to have a good time, but I thought Timberwood was doing a lot better than he is. Try and heal up from his weaknesses.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, Iceberg taking no prisoners here as he's off to a flying start in this mid lane, and there's... But it's a rotation on a rotation as Black Archangel coming in as well, but there's the X mark coming out from Iceberg as well with the Torrent, with the boat. They throw down everything, and in comes the Scarab from behind, and they find the kill onto Kodos. They deal with the Timbersaw, and Dying goes, oh, never mind.
That's such a fantastic play by Winstrike as well, because Iceberg just hits level 6 on this Splinter, and they time the rotation perfectly. As soon as he gets the Sky off, they're ready to go. And they're 2 steps ahead of Empire.
And it's been pretty good for Winstrike. I mean, they come off a win, and they seem to be carrying their momentum through to this game as well, at least to this laning phase. Of course, game nowhere near decided as of yet, especially with this big scary tide of Morphling on the enemy team, but it's a great start. And we were kind of saying that the Timbersaw can run away with this game, but I know it's only the first 6.5 minutes, but 7 minutes now, it doesn't really feel like he's going to be able to do that this game, because he does need a good laning phase on this Timbersaw.
Winning all 3 lanes here at the moment. Looks like denies. They've got 40 denies between the whole team. 7 minutes.
That's a lot of G's.
Good.
And in comes the boat again, the combo out onto Kodos. I don't think he's got enough damage even with the Torrent to finish it off. Very nicely done by Iceberg to combo that all up properly. He's going for the... Oh! That was a lot more damage than I expected, and apparently a lot more damage than Kodos expected. Damn.
Treads double brace.
Yep.
Lots of damage.
That is, as Phil Swift would say, a lot of damage.
Oh, Sky's going to get this D ward as well. They've got the sentry down.
Yeah, finds it on the high ground. I mean, I think we're going to throw it to net worth already, just because of the amount of kills we've been having, and unsurprisingly, you got Iceberg. He's ripping it at the top. And up in top lane, a bit of brawling going on. This bear, as usual, sitting on 0 health and 0 damage.
I'll be honest, it feels like Iceberg might have heard us. And he's putting, he's putting it right.
He's like, alright, I lose when I'm ahead, do I? Yeah.
And the thing is, he's going to be able to take so much space for this low group to farm. I'm wondering whether Silent goes for this kind of like Deso build again, like we saw in game 1. They try and just push towers all the time. Whether he goes for something a little bit different, like a Dragon Lord. But he has the lights though.
He's being beaten down pretty slowly. Meanwhile, Kodos goes down in the middle lane again. We're watching Emma's Moon trying to escape here. As always want to fly, pops the crits, and actually goes for Sayu instead. changing targets midway through gank, but with the root coming out onto Zayu, Rubik is going to be taken care of if it comes out as well, and they finish him off. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, there was a bit of a brawl going on as they take down both the Undying and the Timbassaur in the middle lane. So Winstrike finding kills across the map right now. Team Empire Hope, well, it all rides on this Morphling now because everybody else is getting destroyed across this map.
I mean, look at Tiny's net worth compared to Morpho. They won bot lane as well. He got all those denies at the beginning of the game. He's rushing Blink on Bucharest. I love that he does. He just runs around the map. He knows that his other two cores are doing really well this game. All he has to do is just help them, support them, just go and find these kills.
Absolutely, the repositioning is key as well, and he can get the top if he wants. He's just going to do it on the spot, and the triple damage plus the silence. I mean, that's going to one-shot anybody on this map, I think.
You there, buddy?
Nope, not even close. Well, coming into the 10 minutes, a 4k gold advantage, only 1 kill gained on Empire Hope.
They have had their breakfast this morning, Winstrike, haven't they?
They have. I really want to find out what breakfast was. Oh my god. Sayu in the middle, he just comes up to lane like, what's going on? Then a Tidebringer hits him. Oh, I'm half elf. Alright. That's cool. I don't want to be here anyway.
They've actually sent the...
He just queues up a sal for himself. That feels so bad.
Timbersaur's had to go up to top lane as well because he knows he can't lane up against this anymore, who also has a 40 damage talent. Look at this damage coming out from him.
Sweet. Yeah, he's going for the Shadow Blade, and he can probably one-shot the Rubik with that Shadow Blade. I'm somewhere close anyway. They're going down to the side here now. This is a tough watermelon to crack, and with Timbersaur coming through on the X marks a boat. Okay, never mind. Iceberg gets on top of him and just deletes. Ooh, he gets it to the shrine, and this is going to be Empire Hope backing out of this gank. So the 1 kill they thought they could get on this map, even dropping the tombstone for it as well, and it does not pay off.
When you said that was a tough watermelon to crack, I just pictured Iceberg like looking at a watermelon in his hands and then just smashing it in his head.
yes. Tough? No. I always want to fly. Taking a little bit of harass, some gentle shots across the bow, but the return damage is pretty insane. Kodos needs to get away from Silent here as he's running forwards with this bear. Doesn't make any connection with Kodos though, so he's going to be okay.
Oh, don't worry, just roots a creep.
Yep, thanks, bear. I mean, most of the time when I'm playing Dota, I feel like, you know, I am the hero, and my summons are like my kind of minions, and I always end up shouting at my bear when I'm playing Lone Druid, like, root him! Do you do that? Is that just me? Yeah, Familiars as well, but I mean, admittedly that's not RNG, so yeah. Well, Iceberg is... Ooh, no, could be actually in some trouble as Black Archangel comes in as well. They're going to need more heroes to deal with him though, especially with his boat buff helping him out. And yeah, he just runs away from this gank. A bunch of heroes coming in, but it's too much. They do get the boat. Okay.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Available now. But what can they do with it? That's the question. Can they actually use this boat on the Rubik to do something?
Yeah, I like the way he's heading bottom though. I think that's the right idea. Also, I want to do 1 point in an arcane supremacy. Jumping forwards. Oh no! The double damage blink. Dream just gets torn apart, and Rubik's like, "Oh, I'm here with my boat." Oh. Yep.
Yeah, literally just picked up the blink from the side shot.
Top lane, they're using the catapult wave just to take this tower, and they do get it. Now they're turning on to MYS Moon using that Spirit Link. Where is your root? There it is. Comes up right off the Kraken Shell as well, which is pretty nice timing, but always want to fly, has to stay away. He doesn't have that much help from the Brewmaster to play with, and no mana for a split either, so just keeps his distance quite sensibly.
And the thing is, Morphling so scary to come back to this bot lane again now that Time has blink. He can't sit on high agi like he has before.
Yeah, he will just die.
As fast as he would have done before.
Yeah, and also Kodos comes into the top lane with a haste rune and everyone just runs out. Like they're not staying near. They're not even risking. It's very crisp play from Winstrike, to be honest.
Very well. So then he's going to spot one here as well.
TPing heroes in, but they've got this boat from Sayu. Can they make something happen with it? They go from the left onto the Lone Druid. Can they hold them still long enough for the boat to connect? They will not. It only gets the bear. And now this gank is pretty difficult, though they see it on Grasser instead. The Tiny, a much better target, but the blink passed actually just about grazes Kodos there, and now they toss Timbersaur back to the creeps, get away, and now the counter does get in, sir! He has got the Ravage, doesn't want to use it though.
That would have been super underwhelming if you'd have used the Ravage.
I know, but it would have looked cool.
It looks cool though. Look at that toss in. I love how they just ignored mid lane, because they couldn't still kill them. And then Morphling has to ignore bot lane, can't go there anymore. And they lost their tier 1 top.
I'm ready for a sick toss Ravage though. Iceberg though, he's coming in, he's got the Shadow Blade, he wants the one shots, and down goes the Rubik, not quite actually, still surviving the onslaught from Yamich, but one hit from Iceberg is all that's needed. Down he goes, the damage cleaving through everybody, the Avalanche as well, holding them still. Tidehunter is up into the air, when he comes down to with the bang, Kodos as well, connect onto that one. He uses the Ravage, but what for? There's no follow-up damage, there's nothing you can do as Dream comes flying in from the sideline. What are you doing here? This is not where he wants to be. I think the Rubik tossed him in, or maybe, no, Nograda I think it was. Turns into a Tiny though. I think Dream is going to survive this one for now, but not going to find a kill, and now they're just running into the Undying hit. Your extra health doesn't matter.
Really wants Iceberg on the finger. He went for that.
I don't know. Yeah, just seeing if Kunk was going to stuck around, but it didn't happen. And once again, Empire lose many and gain one. They only take down Yamich for that aggressive play onto the Rubik.
This Timber pick could have been so beautiful.
Dire's top tower is
Amazing.
under attack.
But that laning stage just went so badly for him. And when you fall behind against the Timber, it does not look pretty.
No. No, it does not.
And they look towards Roche. So they almost have the death zone on them going through. Possible, but I'd like to see them try and fight now that Ravage is down. Like, don't stop this pressure. Keep going, force fight.
Scanning.
And they're going to try and fight around this bounty.
I mean, Empire are going for this here. Are they? Yeah. They're smoked up on the side of Winstrike. Empire just like, okay, we'll make some rotations in to get a room, but no, you get nothing. Down goes Kodos. Meanwhile, Empire trying to make something happen here. I mean, they get the torrent. You can steal the bow as well. No, it's actually Side. Actually, Side was just dropped. Oh my god. Absolutely destroyed. I think the Tidebringer came through onto the high ground. The X-Marks as well, and now he's going to bring back the Undying. You can run, but you're coming back straight to me. Meanwhile, they start to deal with MYF Moon as well. I mean, 3 heroes running in. There's nothing for him to do. Sai is still on the run. Never mind. Iceberg cuts him in half, and Winstrike cutting through this game like it's butter.
Winstrike are they're making all the right moves on the map at the moment. Like I said before, they're 2 steps ahead of everybody. Like, they know they're going to go for these top runes, because it's the only kind of place on the map where they feel safe, the Radiant side.
Yep.
The minute rune comes up, non-grass, just blinks in, blows up the Timber with the help of the Sky. And but all of a sudden it's 5 versus 4. Radiant don't have Ravage.
Great reads, and this isn't Winstrike, I'm saying. This is Fly to Moon.
This is...
They're back, baby.
This is like epicenter left side.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, if you can pull this off versus the likes of, you know, OG and such, then I'll say it's epicenter level Fly to Moon.
If they can beat Gambit.
If they can beat Gambit, yeah. If they beat Gambit, we will officially rename them. Reform them back to their previous glory. Oh, they actually get the lift off in time, but it doesn't really, there's no follow-up. Yeah, he does. I thought they were going to keep him locked down long enough, but now the split comes out and they'll turn this one around, laying into the Undying. Silent just doing a ton of damage from the backlines there on the lone Druid. And he's the Flying Tide, not what you really want. And now Kodos is controlled up, and they're going to throw him up again. Another tornado up onto the Tidehunter. Oh, the poor guy. He spent 90% of this fight in the air, and now when he comes down, it's going to be a pretty painful reawakening. The Kraken Shell pops the times, but Non-Grada was ready for that. He jumps in immediately with the toss, and down goes MYS Moon.
Sunka has a 6.5-minute Shadow Blade BK.
Yeah, that is a BKB, isn't it? 18, 0, and 5.
How do you hit an Iceberg with a BKB?
Yeah.
No, but I'm looking at your answers here.
I don't really have them. You're looking in the wrong place.
They're hunting again as well.
If they keep him locked down long enough for Morphling to get a right-click damage off, then
Yeah.
get down to like
2 minutes of lockdown.
yeah. Oh well.
Hopefully, knowing Iceberg, he just goes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Say you.
Oh, the uphill mischance. Thank you very much. So we'll take that 20%, is it?
20, I think 20 or 25.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I've only got 6,000 hours in the game. I don't know these things.
9,000 and I don't know.
There's no. I don't think it actually says anywhere, does it?
I mean, there's so many things where it just doesn't contain information. That's why it's so hard to learn Dota. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. When are we going to make this game easier to learn?
Get these filthy shadows out my game.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Again, I mean, I said last series as well, I wondered whether they'd go Roche, and they don't take Roche massively. Again, they might because they know they're so far ahead. Iceberg just goes up to the high ground and starts the tower. Like, he's not scared of anything. They found the tide one.
They have, haven't they? And they very much want to kill him. But he's trying to make himself elusive here. The toss is up. The Ravage comes out, lands on for 3. Well, one of them being a bear, but they might get a quick return account onto non-grant. They can't get the punch in Dream. Finally, the Chakram comes in to finish the job. Now he's trying to get the spin off. Will be successful. Always want to fire. Tiny tosses up the wrong target. Tiny, of course, is the Morphling. Silent trying to deal with the Tombstone. Actually falling fairly low himself. And the toss finishes him up. I spoke with the BKB. And now they just turn around and blow up Dream with that silence. And now look towards Kodos as well. The X marks is out on Timber Chain. He tries to time it, doesn't work. The rock connects and now held still. But they actually change targets onto the Undying here. Iceberg trying to chase him down. Is falling kind of low on HP here. Iceberg's gonna die. The toss comes in just about in time, and Timbersaw is actually gonna bring him down. Well, it's actually the toss from Saya which gets it. And well, they lose quite a lot from that Winstrike, taking a very messy fight. They get 4 kills, but they lose 3 heroes, and I mean, it's a huge look at that gold. Oh my god, 2,000. Oh god.
And the XP as well. Look how much XP Timber got. 4,400.
Oh my god. I mean, he's gonna immediately die afterwards.
Oh, well, that was
Okay.
never mind.
All right.
Yeah, they got a little bit overconfident now when striking the mid lane. They made some nice plays with the Tidebringer though. He killed the Tidehunter with the, and then he killed the Rubik and the Undying with the cleave. Which often can get that ultra kill.
I didn't want to say it at the time, but the comeback gold was 2,322. So yeah, have fun with that one, guys.
Oh no.
It's written in the stars sometimes.
I love how Rubik got 1,200 gold for killing.
Yeah, I noticed that. This guy's like, oh my god.
I can get Yules now.
Okay, Yules.
So if he gets X now from the Kun, that would be
Yeah.
He doesn't. Iceberg time.
Well, MYS Moon taking some damage. A hasted non-grata coming in, trying to go for MYS Moon here. And now they actually pop the ultimate on the Undying as well as these 2 tanky heroes on the front line, and a quick pause out from Kunkka. Iceberg, just waiting a second.
All the Malini, please, everybody.
Gee, sorry. Yeah, just wanted a second to, you know, talk things through.
I mean, they dropped the Tombstone, they popped the ult on Undying, and no Winstrike just... And they just 2 wasted still.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure about that one. Popping the Tombstone for a haste rune is ever questionable.
They are going Roach. They know the Ravage is not, at least we're not for another 15. They're not really scared. And they got Roach that time. Close.
It is, isn't it?
But they're not really going to fight them anymore. Timber doing it. Yeah, he keep going.
Okay, I kind of appreciate that.
I'm sure what you're losing.
No. Especially in a knockout qualifiers game, you don't really want to be experimenting with new items. Not the time.
Always on the
Yeah, immediately goes for that split, and they've actually got the Morphling here. They silence up inside the Mystic Flare. They have enough damage finishing off the tossers there. He goes down. Dream is dead for 46 seconds. And now they'll look towards MYS as well, as down goes the Tidehunter. Hopes shattered, dreams dying as Winstrike comes out in the middle lane.
Rubik just push out the mid lane with a fake off those spins. The way it's done it is quick wave now. Probably going to allow Tide enough time to just...
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, the creep wave's here now. Wasn't that long.
And he's going to keep going down.
Radiant's middle tower is falling.
Yep, time to crit some fools.
Sometimes you see ACs, you see Halberds and Icebergs, like, they don't give me damage.
Yeah. Do they allow me to one-shot the enemy supports? No.
They're just ripping through this tower with Nesto with the fighting.
Oh yeah, so much sieging power, and this is what Winstrike were doing last series as well, just drafting themselves a ton of sieging power in these drafts to allow them to push the games early if they get the advantage. And that's certainly what they have, 18k.
The misses!
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Well, on the tower.
Iceberg's going to turn around.
Okay. And now they're in Ravage, and they've got Iceberg in a really awkward position here. He's just going to drop. Oh dear me. Now they're looking for always on the fly as well, running forwards. The X mark stolen from the Rubik brings him back. He doesn't have the split, but do they have the damage to bring him down? I think they may well do. The rest of the team trying to get out of there quickly. Non-grata waiting in the tree, seeing if he can help out in some way, some shape, some form, but it's not going to help. Always on the fly. Gets turned apart by Empire, and they find 2 big kills once again.
Do people in chat remember when we said when Iceberg gets ahead, there's some really silly play? Overconfident. Example number
4,328.
Blows up and dies.
Yeah, that's something. That's something. Team trying to find some momentum here. This is a double damage druid.
Oh, the tree on the
Get away. I mean, okay. Not that exciting.
He got the tree grabbed from Tiny and was just wandering around with the tree instead of a star.
You silly Rubik.
I'm trying to make this game as entertaining as I can. You know.
I mean, I don't think you need to. It's a pretty exciting game. Iceberg's in really far ahead. So that always makes it fun.
Is under attack.
BKB is a really good item, by the way.
If you use it. Uh-oh. Get out of there, Timbersaw. Luckily, he's got that Timber Chain away and gets up to the high ground, but the bear comes in with the demolish ability. It's a lot. They might not have their pirate, but they've still got their Teddy. Actually, they do have their pirate now anyway, as Iceberg takes care of these middle racks. They're just focusing up. Iceberg's so aggressive. He's just sitting on their high ground alone. Right, yep, this is fine. Meanwhile, they've blocked Yamich in the backline. The Morphin coming through, doing some real work here as he goes on silent as well, but is going to get lifted up and taken out of this fight for a while. Meanwhile, Iceberg pops a BKB, gets to work on the buildings, but now's the ultimate from the Undying coming forward. Meanwhile, they have the stun, they have the lift, they have the toss. Down goes Dream. He's dead. 50 seconds, no buyback. Iceberg now coming onto the front of this fight. The X marks off onto the Timbersaw as well. They're going to drag him back. Iceberg is ready, but no, he doesn't actually get the torrent off in time. Now stolen by the Rubik. What can they do? Meanwhile, Kodos running around this front line. Actually, Tiny shuts up MYS Moon and actually gets a kill onto the Tide Hunter, and he's dead as well. 30 seconds.
I was just wondering whether Tide had been sent up in the air by the Cyclone again, or whether he was actually dead or not. Difficult to know, because he's never in the fights one way or the other.
Yeah, he's up in the air, either if it's by a toss, a cyclone, a yaws, everything. Well,
Torrent as well.
Yeah, Torrent as well. It's a very aerial game.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
Without Ravage, it's just so difficult for Radiant to take fights. And again, you saw Tidehunter tries to run in and tank some damage. Brewmaster just goes, no, see you later, mate. And they just take the fights around this Tide, getting... Yeah.
Dire
It feels like it's such an easy Winstrike game for Winstrike to play. Do whatever they want, it feels.
Except run up onto high ground on your own as a Conquer carrying huge net worth advantage.
Except going one versus.
Yeah.
Radiant
I'm not
are
used to it.
scanning.
He did get ravaged though, to be fair, and now they take a Rax from it as well, so you could say worth.
Yeah. It was just a
And you know, he gave the kill to Rubik, was it? Oh no, that's the first one.
Oh,
What's up?
oh no, he is.
Yeah, he's in trouble, he's dead. Wow, what a prediction from 05. MYF Moon gonna drop us. Oh no, he used the Ravage, why? Okay, alright, my bad. Yeah, they take down Silence once, but where is the Conquer? Oh dear, he's pushing. Well, doesn't matter, they blow up Dream all the same as the Tiny jumps in and gets that nuke damage down with the Silence from Yamich as well. GG is called. This will be Winstrike taking another convincing win today. I mean, it is a competitive game technically, but oh, didn't really feel like it. 26 minutes this one, the longest of the day so far.
Have they had like 2 days worth of sleep? Or, like, what's been happening?
They feel a step above.